do you think?
I honestly do think that Caitlyn is trying, she's not trying, but she's beginning to know how to throw shade in a very nice way, in a very politically.
So then why does it have to be shade if it's done in a nice way?
Because it's still shade.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's shade when it's done in a mean-spirited, nasty way. That's shade. Like when you walk up to someone and be like, "Oh girl, I love that shirt on you," and you turn behind her back and goes, "That fucking girl looks like a fucking cow." That's still shade.
I've said
just because you were nice to the girl's face doesn't mean it wasn't shady.
It's true.
Right?
Shady is when you say something behind her back.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, but it doesn't seem like she's doing that. Like I just said, off camera, now on camera. I think that it's a gay male thing. I think that you inherently want someone to be shady. There's something very shady about the gay community. Whether we like it or not, that's just the way it is.
I will agree with you 100%.
Right? And
I'm not going to disagree with that. I know
think
that 100%.
Maybe there's a predisposition for you to believe that what she's doing is shady, as opposed to just like people look at me and they're like, wow, like you really can't be that nice of a person. And I'm like, what I am. Listen, it's not to say that I haven't lashed out at someone and called them a faggot or been rude and mean-spirited and listen, you catch me on a bad day and I'm the worst person you could ever meet.
Same.
But for 99% of the time, I'm this nicest person on the planet and people can't believe that that's the real me.
Same, because you have this look of a stereotypical look that you look like a bitch, then you have to act like a bitch.
Exactly, right?
Behind the closed doors and open doors, the sweetest person you'll ever meet in your life. But no one really knows that.
Right. It's so funny because someone came up to me at work the other day, a customer, and was like, walked up to me and hand in my face, I kid you not, I was like, okay, you know what? This whole niceness is not normal. You are too nice. And I looked at him and I was like, okay, would you rather I be the opposite? Would you rather I be the nasty cashier that you don't like as opposed to being the nice one that you do?
Would you rather
right?
you the fuck out? Or
exactly. I don't understand that at all.
Do you want me to call you some hateful words or something? Do you want me to talk about your family that I haven't met? Make up your mind.
Exactly. All right, we're going to get into the second portion of this. I think it's going to be it's 4 parts because it's an hour-long docuseries. So we're going to get into the second part right now. And I'm really excited to see what's a part. Caitlyn is just about to meet some new transgender women that she's never met before.
Which is exciting.
I'm having a hard time dealing with Jenny Boylan. I think her comment about her IQ dropping just because she was wearing makeup kind of bothers me. I don't wear makeup because of society, and I know that my wearing makeup and my wanting to look good doesn't mean that I'm dumb.
And it shouldn't.
Right?
For a
that comment really bothered me.
Woman.
And who gives a shit if Caitlyn wants to be beautiful and wants to feel feminine? It's her right to be that person.
Correct. If Jenny is comfortable with being older looking and having wrinkles on her face and not wearing makeup 24/7, we're fine with that. Caitlyn actually wants to be feminine. She wants
to be ultra feminine.
She has lived her life as a male for 65 years. Let the woman be who she wants to be. Simple as that.
Agreed. Ready for the second part?
Let's do it.
Ta-da! Okay.
Speechless.
I'm getting really sick of people saying if she wants to be this and wants to that, she needs to know the struggle.
No.
You know what she said in the last episode was really great. She goes, I'm new at all this, but what I do know to be 100% is my story. She doesn't have to be the end all be all to know everything about other trans people. It's, you know what, listen, she could be she doesn't have to be that person. She doesn't have to be out there and open and bringing a spotlight to this really hard life. She doesn't have to do that, and she's choosing to do that. I think that people need to give her a break. Like a Kit Kat.
Have a break, have a Kit Kat. I'm actually very shocked right now, to be honest. I don't understand why, I don't know if she named herself as being the spokesperson for this.
Obviously not. Other people do that for her.
So if other people did it for her, why is she getting put on blast of not knowing everything? She's trying to learn.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So why are you putting her on blast because she doesn't know about sex work? Okay, listen. A lot of people don't know that trans sex work. I've done sex work. You know
I'm not a trans woman.
I gotta pay my bills. My bills need to get paid, and I don't want to be homeless, so I've done it. I think that as a society, we sort of, oh, you did sex work? Oh,
you're a bad person.
Shame on you.
Oh, you're going to hell. Oh,
shame on you.
Like you.
Well, that's not the way it works. That's not the way the world works. The way the world works is, it's fight or flight. You either run away or you fight to survive. And you know something? I don't run from nothing.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
When you're at the end of the day, when you have no food on your table, you can't afford to pay rent, or you don't, personally, I do not know, I'm just guessing, if you don't even have enough money for that certain pack of hormones, of estrogen, bitch, you do whatever the hell you need to do that, to get that.
Exactly.
I don't give a about who and what does what work.
This ain't a PG show, you can swear.
Okay. I don't really give a fuck about who and does what. If you're doing sex work, no one's gonna judge you. In my relationship with Samantha, I've been there, I've done that. I'm not a transgender woman, I'm not a trans person, period. I know how that one person feels because I know what it is. And when you have no food and you can't get a job and you can't get help from any of your friends, bitch, you do whatever you need to survive.
Isn't it funny?
That is the only thing.
It's that lifelong sort of like thing, is that you really truly find out who your friends are when struggles start to happen.
I know, and I'm so pissed off about that because when I was in very bad situations, I thought I had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And when I turned to them, oh, sorry, we can't accommodate you. Oh, sorry, we don't have enough room. Oh, sorry, I'm on vacation. Oh, sorry this. Oh, sorry, I'm sucking dick in a corner. Shut the fuck up, bitch, because there's only 2 people out of 300 that actually took me in.
Yeah.
And actually helped me and actually comforted me. So you really do find out who your true friends are when you're in shithole.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you're dying almost, you know who your friends are.
Exactly.
And your family's not your friends because apparently.
Okay. So we're gonna get ready to watch this 3rd part of this amazing episode, and we'll see what happens. Ready?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay. Can you imagine that? I'm making light of the situation, but really it's kind of sad. Actually really sad. Could you imagine having to switch 3 different cars just to get out of your city?
Just to get out of your
right?
house.
Just to get out of the city?
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's just so crazy. It's funny because I just I sort of lambasted Sean Peru about something he wrote online about that Caitlyn Jenner looked like a man in a dress. After talking with him, there was clarification, and it wasn't that he was necessarily saying that about her. He was talking about the fact that the media isn't addressing the fact that they're addressing her as the new Carrie Bradshaw, but they're not addressing the fact that she's a 65-year-old trans woman who seems slightly awkward. Do you know what I mean?
Does that look awkward to you?
Yeah, she walks a little awkward. She's a little awkward. Not awkward in a really bad way, but awkward in the sense it's obvious that she had talked about the fact that she'd only ever dress as a woman in the privacy of her own home. Listen, from one door to the next, that's a couple steps. Correct. When you're taking about 700 or 7,000 more steps than that in high heels, you get a little awkward looking.
That's true.
And exactly right. And so I said that to him, and I said, I give her a break because of the fact that, listen, she's got paparazzi all over all the time trying to get that picture. So if she comes out of a building and it is a rush to get to her car and she looks a little awkward, I give her a break.
Yeah.
I give her a pass. She's got 100,000 people around her all the time trying to take her picture.
Because she just said it herself, some of her kids have not even made it.
Exactly.
Which I'm honestly feeling bad for because come on, you're living your new life as your new self and you want to welcome everybody. And there's all these losers who are trying to get some juicy story on you to sell to the media to get a couple bucks, and then that enables you to actually have a relationship with your children.
Well, okay, so the thing is also the paparazzi, the salaciousness of the paparazzi. So for me, listen, I always say that I'm not a celebrity. I'm not, you know what I mean? My brand is growing, and I appreciate everyone for helping that happen. But, for me, it's like someone knowing my birth name. people will use it against you. Well, I knew you when you were so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Like, I had a very shady friend. If you look back at the videos, it's called Shady Ladies. I had a very shady friend who came over here and said my birth name in front of my boyfriend.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And didn't say it once, but said it twice. And then kept referring to me as, like, well, when I first met you, I was like, you look like a man in a dress. It was just really shady. So the thing is, like that's the whole thing too, right? You want to keep certain things to yourself. Like, I have a lot of very close friends that know my birth name. I'm okay with it. I don't really fucking care. But when people start to use it against you, and I feel like that's what they're doing here, right? They're trying to get that one picture. Like, remember, like, so Caitlyn, well, Bruce at the time, Bruce talked about on the Diane Sawyer interview how back in the day, back in like the 80s, someone had seen pictures or whatever and was about to write a story, and, you know, his publicist at the time was like, please don't write that, like, you're going to ruin his career. And the writer was like, okay, no problem, I won't write it, like, you know, because there was respectful journalism back then, right?
Yes.
You know,
nowadays it doesn't exist.
Like any little like tidbit of something you can get to attack someone, you do, and that sucks.
See, the funny thing is they'll catch a picture of Caitlyn without makeup on and be like, oh, Caitlyn's becoming a man again. She's regretting everything she's done.
That's gonna be the next like Sun or whatever,
literally,
right?
and then
the star, honey. People don't do that.
And then we're gonna be like, what the hell? We were just watching. This doesn't make any sense. Like, she spent all this time being in a sheltered body that she does not want to be in, and now she's free and she's gonna go back? Come, get a life, bitches. Get a life.
Hello, exactly.
Get a fucking life.
Okay, ready for the next part?
Yes, let's do this. Yeah. I don't like that. I'm gonna get like fat. I'm gonna get super fat.
So what did you think? I thought, okay, I agree with Caitlyn and I disagree with Caitlyn. I agree with the sense that I think that when you become dependent, like my mother was on assistance my entire life, so I think when you become dependent, sometimes you just lose the drive to work, right? And I think that sucks. The problem though, and I wonder if it's the same in the States, but the problem though is access to services in Canada is not easy for a trans person, especially if your ID doesn't match with the name that you're wanting to use, or if you're in the middle of an ID change, or any of that other stuff. Like, the government does not make it easy in this country to be welcomed as a trans person. I mean, yes, things are getting better, but I mean, I agree with her. It's funny though, did you see the look on everyone's face when she said that? They were like, oh God, why did you just say that? And I think that Jenny's right. Like, it's one thing to be conservative, but it's another thing, you have to understand that a lot of trans people need those services.
I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know what trans people go through, so I can't really put my input on that. I have not experienced this firsthand. Yeah. So you have more input in that.
But what do you think about someone being down on someone because they're on welfare?
Well, that's really not anybody else's business but theirs.
Right, okay, and that's the whole thing that she's talking about. She's talking about, like, well, if you're going to get a welfare check, why would you work? And I think that that's kind of sad because there's a lot of people need those services. Like, listen, if I thought I could get a welfare check to live in this place, like, to help me with my rent, I would fucking take it. I would welcome that help. I have paid my taxes for 38 fucking years. Give me some money back, government, and not just in a fucking tax thing.
Okay, chin strap.
You know what I mean? So I paid money into that. If I fucking die without it, well, that money goes to someone else. Fuck you, government. Fuck you. If I want access to that money, I should be able to access it. My hormones alone every 2 months are almost $300. That's $1,200 a year.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me.
I wish I was.
$300?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Every 3 months.
Oh my God.
You know? And if I could get even you know, it's like that Michael Moore movie. Listen, let me tell you something, people out there who have watched Sicko. Canada does not have universal health care. If you are on welfare or you have a job, your benefits pay for your medication. I, on the other hand, who doesn't have benefits, who is not on assistance, pay 100% cash for my pills. For one of my inhalers alone is $120. That's not covered. I don't get to walk in and be like, hi, can I have it for free? No. Sorry. Little misconception that people might be thinking about when it comes to the movie Sicko, that Canada has all this like universal free healthcare. Well, that's not how it works here, okay, folks? Sorry. Ugh.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
My thing to add to that, to the whole why should you work if you get a check? Honestly, it's not because of why. It's not because of getting money. It's because of actually putting that foot through the door saying, fuck you, I'm trans and I've accomplished something. I'm getting a job here.
Yeah.
I can do this just as much as a cisgender person can.
Uh-huh.
That is exactly what they are trying to tell Caitlyn. Maybe she will understand that sooner or later. Hopefully sooner, because again, yes, if you want to be a spokesperson for the whole entire community, you know.
I don't think she wants to be a spokesperson for the whole entire community.
Honestly, in her look right now, I don't think she doesn't either.
They've made her this spokesperson, and you know what? Being the person that she is, she's like, okay, fine. If that's what you want me to be, then that's what I'll be.
Do you think she really wants to learn about everything?
I do, or I don't think she would be doing this. She doesn't seem like the kind of person that would do it for, you know what I mean?
Publicity.
Exactly. All right, let's get on to the next part. What did you think of that? I know that you said Jenny's rubbing you the wrong way, and you want to know something? She's rubbing me the wrong way too.
A little bit too fucking
like, you
serious.
know, like exactly, a little too serious.
I understand that you're caring about the transgender community. I support you too. I support the transgender community as well, the trans umbrella community. But no one's really gonna be that serious in pushing a transgender person like that.
Yeah.
Come on, unless you have your own demons you want to put on someone else, I understand that. But really, you're too serious about this.
Yeah.
Let somebody have fun.
Exactly. Like, and you know, it's funny, she did touch on something about the fact that trans people go through a second adolescence. And it's true, like I've explained to people, like I may be 38 in age, but I'm more like I'm 25, 26 because I transitioned at 13 years old, and what happens when you transition is that you're reborn, and you have to relearn everything again. You have to learn how to like cross your legs and sit like a lady, or act like a man, like depending on your transition. You know, those are things you need to relearn, and so you're back to childhood again. You're back to the baby thing again. Like it took me a very long time. Like now that I'm a woman of a certain age, like I never played sports when I was younger, when I was transitioning, because I was afraid that people would think I was manly. Mm-hmm. And I'm really good at sports, but I never played them. I didn't burp, I didn't fart, right? We talked about this.
Yeah.
And it took me to get to a certain age that I'm like, look, like women fart, they burp, they play basketball. It doesn't make them any less of a woman. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that, you know, I just think that this woman is taking, I think that Jenny is taking
just
it a little too seriously.
Bit too serious.
A little too serious.
It really is rubbing me the wrong way, because Cait is being open-minded about things. Cait is being welcoming and everything.
Yeah.
If she wanted, she would not have gone through this. She wouldn't have learned nothing. Then this other person, I forgot her name, the writer. Let's call her the writer. She's just sitting there, and she has that look in her face. You know when you sit and talk to somebody, and you have that look in your face, like shut the fuck up, like why?
Yeah,
are you talking?
it's funny because I thought that too.
Yeah, like why the fuck are you talking? Let me enjoy my coffee and let me enjoy this road trip.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Come on.
All right, I think this is the very final segment of I Am Cait, the road trip, part 1. I'm really looking forward to see what the last couple of minutes are going to bring to us.